Hey guys, welcome to my 10-minute shoulder mobility for bad posture. As some of you may have known, last year I suffered a shoulder injury. So these are my absolute go-to stretches and mobility exercises to get your shoulders feeling amazing, help with your posture, overall mobility, and to just feel great. So you just need a strap, or you can grab a short towel, and then we'll also be using the wall. If you don't have a wall, don't worry, we can use the floor. We're gonna get started straight away. So I want you to come into a kneeling position, grab the strap, so it's about arm's length apart. You can make the strap slightly longer if you have super tight shoulders. And I want you to take the band up over the head and then slide it back down across the way. So it's coming back, down our back, over up the top. And if this is too tight for you and you can't get your hands all the way down to here like I can, just make the strap longer. You can make it as long as you need to be able to get to this point. So essentially you can have it almost slack. So just going to be taking the band over the top, back around, and I want you to focus on not necessarily what your shoulders are doing, what your rib cage is doing. So you need to poke your ribs out as you come over. I want you to draw your ribs in. Draw that lower rib in, suck the navel in towards the spine as you move through these dislocates. So you should feel a nice stretch in the front of the shoulder, across the chest, biceps, even towards the back of the shoulder as you move through. Do a few more of these. We're only doing 10 minutes, so we will be moving through each of these movements fairly fluidly. Maybe if it's starting to feel good, you can shorten the band so that you bring your hands slightly closer together. And again, making sure that lower rib squeeze nicely in. If you are a little bit like me and you have super soft elbows, you like to hyperextend them, make sure you're not kind of pushing all your weight through them so the arms are staying nice and straight, not bending into the elbows. Good. Cool, we're releasing that down. We're going to move into another stretch again, just to create some space in the front of our body before we then activate a little bit of the muscles, lying all the way down to the floor. Take the hands into a cactus shape, so draw the elbows level with the shoulders. Place the right palm down first, right cheekbone's going to come down to the mat, left fingertips push that left shoulder away. See if you can drop the right shoulder all the way down to the mat and then come into a bit of a twist. So you're coming into a nice cactus shape, into our prone stretch here. It doesn't matter so much what the leg is doing behind you. We're using this left hand to push the ground away to really open up into that right shoulder. Breathe into that space. Might feel super uncomfortable. If this is really uncomfortable, you can turn yourself back around, straighten the arm. So if I show you on this side, we're having our arm straight, pushing with the opposite side, coming over into that twist, using that top hand to anchor yourself away, adding resistance to it. So I'll move back onto this side. So I've got my hand in a right angle shape. You should feel the stretch down the chest into the bicep area as well. Try to breathe, try to relax. Remember the first time I did this stretch was so uncomfortable. Take 2 more breaths here. Try to think about sending those breaths to that area of tightness in the front of the body. When you're ready, so you release yourself back to center, taking the stretch on the opposite side. If you did your straight arm stretch or the right angle stretch, do the same thing on this side. Again, use that bottom shoulder, top hand to peel your shoulder all the way open, chest comes off the floor. Try to draw that elbow down still if you have in a right angle shape. Maybe you can feel yourself slipping a little bit more into the stretch and just stay with that feeling of being uncomfortable. You shouldn't feel any sharp pains, but you should slowly feel the body starting to release and relax. If you feel the pressure easing, if you want to add more, you can use that right hand to push the ground away a little bit more, really opening up into that left side. Last breath here. And then slowly releasing down to the center. Good, moving on up. We're going to find our wall, or you can use the floor. I'll show you on the wall first. So we're going to come up against the wall, coming into our scapula wall slides. So you can either kneel or you can stand wherever you've got the space for. And we're going to have our bodies pressed nicely firm up against the wall. Again, draw the ribs in, hands into a cactus shape. Your ribs might start to flare out. That's okay. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, you can walk a little bit away from the wall. From here, we're going to try and keep our elbows and forearms attached to the wall as we inhale. Slide the hands all the way up. Exhale, slide them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. If this is uncomfortable, you can do it with one arm. Do your best. As many reps as you can on this side. Roughly aiming for about 6 to 10 reps, wherever you are. Again, I like to have my hand a little bit on the top of my rib cage so I can feel that my ribs are staying down, staying put. If you don't have a wall, you can do it lying down on your back, like an angel shape. And we're going to draw those, squeeze those ribs in, tuck the tailbone slightly under, and slide up. This is a slightly easier version because you can feel your core activating through a little bit easier as you press your weight into the ground. Wherever you are, should have done more than 8 reps if you're staying at the wall, so well done. And then releasing, good. Coming over into a slightly different exercise now. It's much harder to do it lying down, so we're going to do it seated actually to begin with. So come up onto a kneeling position. I'll show you to the side so you can see what my spine's doing. We're going to inhale, take the hands all the way up, and then we're going to bring our fingertips together, elbows come a little bit out to the side. See if you can draw the hands to the base of the neck. Again, we're not coming into a back bend. We're trying to draw those ribs in, tailbone slightly under, just pointing down. Not tucking, so we're not rounding through, maintaining that nice neutral spine. From here, inhale, take the hands all the way up. Slowly take them out to the side. Draw the shoulder blades down the body. And then we're going to sweep them behind, point the palms away, sweep them next to you, and then come like they're coming behind you. So notice my right hand is closer to my back right now. Take a little note of that. Try not to round the shoulders forward. Keep sitting up nice and straight. Draw the hands away from the back. Good, feel that chest opening up. I'm going to take it in the opposite way. So hands come by the sides into an inverted cactus shape. Keep that lower rib in. Inhale, cactus the arms, sweep them up. Bring them behind the base of the neck again. See if you can draw the elbows a little bit closer. Nice and active here. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Come into the inverted cactus. Try and take the opposite hand closer to the back this time, so left hand is just behind the back. Keep the palms pushing away from each other. Squeeze the ribs in. Keep drawing the shoulder blades back and down the body. Good, 2 more times like that. Inhale, scapulas down, coming up into our elevation, bringing the hands together into that prayer position, squeezing the ribs in, neutral spine, relax the neck. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, sweep it down, invert the cactus, take opposite hand closer to the back this time. So this time's my right side, keeping everything nice and tight. Trying to feel that space open up in the front of the body. Cactus the arms, sweep the hands all the way up. Good. Tucking it in. Draw the elbows in together. Sweep it up. So we're creating a bit of intelligence in our own arms now, in our own shoulders. So start to think independently from the rest of our body. And just move them on an individual basis. So we started by creating that stretch at the front of the body, opening up the space, and now activating the muscles around the shoulders so they can start to think a little bit for themselves. Good. So let's take it all the way up one last time. Stretch the hands up, hands to the prayer position, suck the ribs in, and release all the way down to the ground. Should feel pretty good. After doing those shoulder stretches, like I said, these were absolute lifesaver for me when I was trying to get the mobility and strength back into my shoulder. So give them a go, let me know how you get on. Leave me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, check out my other videos. I'll see you again soon.